Hello and welcome to a quick tutorial in how to use West Los Angeles College databases. I am Nuala Mary Lincke, aka Nunu, your English professor. This video is a presentation of my English professor at YouTube. In our lesson today, we will ask and answer 4 questions about databases. First, what is a database? Second, how do I access West's databases? Third, how do I know what information a database contains? And fourth, how do I search for specific information in a database? Okay, let's begin with our first question. What is a database? Okay, so I'm going to go into this definition of database that I found on Bing. A database is a structured set of data held in a computer, especially one that is accessible in various ways. So let's unpack this definition a little bit. A structured set of data, what does that mean? Well, first of all, we could pronounce the word data as data if we chose. If we choose data or data, each is acceptable. And data is information of all kinds: articles, books, photographs, videos, and movies. And this information is organized into structured sets, organized sets in a database. It's organized so that similar information is grouped together, and a database is accessible in various ways. And by this, we mean anywhere there is the internet or a computer, you can access a database because it exists in cyberspace. Okay, so let's review where we are. We have asked and answered this first question, what is a database? We have a second question to answer, how do I access West databases? All right, let's answer this question. And I will go into www.wlac.edu, the West LA website. And in here, I will click on Services and Resources in this top menu, and I will go over to the far left of the menu that pops up and click on Library. And let me scroll down a little bit here in Library, and I'm going to find Databases here and click on it in the left menu. And what comes up is all the databases here in the West LA site. So I have ebooks, I have videos and visual media, and I have article databases. Now, as I'm scrolling through the article databases, I might notice that some are very clear in regard to their content. Dentistry and oral sciences source is clear, but what about ERIC? What does that mean? And what is education research complete? What do these mean? I don't want to waste my time looking at databases that may not work for me. I want a description of them. Now, today I'm going to be going into a Gale database, Academic OneFile, and I'm fortunate because Gale has an excellent description of Academic OneFile. But what would I do if Gale didn't have this kind of description? This is where the internet comes in handy. I can go into Bing or Google, and I can simply type in what is Academic OneFile, and voila, the answer will pop up. And I can do research about databases this way and not waste my time looking at databases that may not be helpful to me. So this answers our next question. We had finished answering question 2, how do I access West databases? And I just answered question 3. How do I know what information a database contains? Well, I need to read a description of the database, or I need to go into the internet and research the database. All right, let's move on. We're going to go ahead and click on Gale. And what happens right away when I go into Gale is I'm prompted for my username and password, and you will have to give a username and password. If you do not know how to log in, simply go to the directions for students here, and you will be able to log in if you are an enrolled student in West Los Angeles College. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. And wait for Gale to come up. Okay, so Gale has come up, and I'm going to go ahead and select Academic OneFile. And first I'm going to read its description. Academic OneFile is a premier source of peer-reviewed full-text scholarly content across the academic disciplines. With millions of articles available in both PDF and HTML full text, Academic OneFile is both authoritative and comprehensive. Okay, that sounds very good. So articles are peer-reviewed. If a professor writes an article, his peers in his discipline, if he's in chemistry, for example, will read his article, or in criminal justice, whatever his discipline is. And all of these articles are authoritative. They've been peer-reviewed, so they are expert sources and they're comprehensive. They are detailed and thorough. Okay, let's go ahead and click on Academic OneFile. So we see it's coming up right here any second now. I grew up in the age of the typewriter, so when an internet connection is not super swift within a nanosecond, I become impatient, which is somewhat ironic, as I was used to the old typewriter, but now I expect my technology to be super fast. Okay, so we're waiting for Academic OneFile to come up, and we're hoping it comes up soon. Okay, so here it is. Now, before I go into Academic OneFile, I want to review where we are in our questions. We asked and answered question number 3, how do I know what information a database contains? And we are on to our 4th question, which is, how do I search for specific information in a database? Well, let's go ahead and look at Academic OneFile from Gale. And the first thing I'll tell you is that you've got to spend time and effort getting to know a database. You've got to click on the links and explore the database. You can see that most databases have a basic search, and this is a search window that is similar to Google or Bing. You can do a subject guide search or a publication search by journal title or newspaper title. You can also browse by discipline, we see here, which is very useful. Biology, history, different disciplines. And we can also look at top searches. If we need ideas for a paper, we can see what people are interested in. So they're interested in immigration and the Affordable Care Act. So this is very useful. And we also have an Academic OneFile, the topic finder, which I find very useful because it's a visual search. So I'm going to take you into it. Now the topic finder, we can begin a basic search and it can become advanced. Now I'm going to type in education and achievement gap, why certain groups of students seem to lag behind other students. I want to find out, is it race, racial discrimination built into the system, or social classes, rich and poor, lower middle class? I want to find out about that. So I'm going to start with this very basic search, and I'm going to click on the search key. And I have clicked on the tiles. Now, what are the tiles? Well, the tiles give me all the information related to my basic search, and I can click on any of these tiles according to whatever my interest is, and my search can be more specific. The achievement gap with African Americans, how parents contribute to the achievement gap, how the achievement gap may be acted out in higher education. So this is a very good way to begin a basic search and then to have an advanced search. And I can also use the wheel, and it works pretty much the same way. It's just configured differently. I can look at African Americans, the achievement gap, and teachers of African Americans and how they may contribute to that achievement gap. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the kind of advanced search here that you need to learn how to do in databases, and I'm going to do what is called a Boolean search. And a Boolean search is a type of search allowing users to combine keywords with operators or modifiers such as and, not, and or to further produce more relevant results, the kind of results they want. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so I'm going to go into Academic OneFile and I'm going to show you. I'm going to type in education. I'm an educator. I'm interested in education. And I'm also going to type in the achievement gap. And I could have it here in quotation marks if I want to have these two words together as keywords, but I'm going to put them separately just in case they occur separately. And I'm going to type in success. And I'm going to add a row here, and I'm going to say success or attainment, this keyword. And I'm going to add yet another row. And this time, I'm going to put not. I don't want information about ESL. Okay. And I don't want information about ESL, not because English as a second language is not important, but I want to deal with achievement gap in regard to race and sex, gender, and social classes. Now, over here with the keywords, I can do other kinds of search. I don't have to just use a keyword. I can search an entire document or an abstract. There are many ways I can search, but I'm going to choose all keywords. I'm also going to go down here, and by publication dates, I'm going to put that I want only articles that are published after the 1st of January 2015. I want only fairly recent articles. And what other parameters am I going to set? Well, I'm going to exclude certain document types. Advertisements and aerial photographs I don't think I need. The abstract I probably need. The agency overview and the analyst report I'm going to keep. I could also limit my search by a publication title, a newspaper, the New York Times, or another publication, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to type in education here, and I'm going to take the recommendation of the database for higher education, and I'm going to do my search. Okay, so what do I come up with? Well, this is a very good search because I don't have a gazillion academic journals. I only have 49, one magazine, and one news article. So let me look at my first article. I have a report details wide Latino white college attainment gaps in Colorado. It's 2018, and this is very useful to me. Now, I could look at all of these articles and the magazine and the news, or I can try to make my search even narrower. Okay, this concludes our lesson. Let's review what we did. We did what? This was a quick tutorial on how to use West Los Angeles College databases. And I am Nuala Mary Lincke, aka Nunu, your English professor. This video is a presentation of my English professor at YouTube. And we asked and answered these 4 questions about databases. 1, what is a database? 2, how do I access West databases? 3, how do I know what information a database contains? And 4, how do I search for specific information in a database? I hope that this quick tutorial was useful to you. See my English professor at YouTube for more information about the writing research process. Thank you.